What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with another video today, taking a look at both Nio and Palantir, combining videos for you guys. Both of them had a little bit of a pullback today, so we'll take a look at what they've been doing, how they've been trading, future levels of support and resistance, and then we'll try to see where they could go. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Nio and Palantir are. I'm mixing my videos here, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Also, let me know if you guys like seeing this two-in-one video, or if you'd like to see them separately, and I can do that moving forward. So let me hit record, and we'll get right into it. So let me go over here. We'll start with Nio and then go to Palantir. So let's take a look at how it traded today. So if you guys saw my video yesterday, right, we covered the news that came out that Nio could potentially be looking to expand. They had a job posting for expanding in the US, but for sure, probably going to go into Europe and Norway. So Norway in Europe rather. So we'll take a look at how it traded after today, or after that news rather, and then we'll see how it could be moving forward. So pretty crazy trading day overall for the markets, but yesterday we ended the day kind of in the high 62s, and then today we saw a little bit of a push down, and right out of the gate, right, Nio looked really strong, looked like a continuation of the start of the breakout that we saw yesterday, making it all the way to the mid 64s, and then we sold off. Now this sell-off was all across the board. If you go to major indexes like the NASDAQ, right, we saw that sell-off. You go to Dow Jones, we saw the sell-off. You go to S&P, we also saw the same sell-off. So that sell-off wasn't necessarily Nio based. That being said, it did definitely kill kind of its momentum for the day. So down all the way, bounced not too far from our $60 level, about 30 or 29 cents away from our $60.04 level. So went up, came down, went up, came down, and then pushed up, broke above VWAP for a little bit there, and this push up from kind of the mid 60s to the low 63s again made it look like it was going to keep running. Maybe that we see that breakout continue, but unfortunately, we didn't see that. Broke below VWAP, and then we sold kind of into the close. Things that I liked about Nio today was kind of this initial push up, the second push up, and we did make a higher high, which was great. But that being said, we did, really kind of fade in the second half of the day. Our distance between VWAP and where we were trading really got bigger. So that's what I didn't like about Nio. Let's take a look at how it's been trading recently and what we can kind of see here. So you guys, we were monitoring that bull pennant for a potential breakout. As we see clearly, that has broken now because we broke above it yesterday, and it looked like a continuation, right? So ideally we would have seen the candle, a little bit of green, and then this way, and then we keep going and we beat the all-time highs. That's not what happened. Rather, we are right back at the top of the bull pennant. And typically what stocks could do is they could take a little bit to consolidate right at this, maybe curl up, consolidate, and then start to really push up again. But Nio's had some fake outs for me recently, so I'm keeping a close eye on that and seeing how it goes. So let me get the EMAs up for us real quick, and we'll see future levels of support and future levels of resistance, right? So the first level is that 60 level from price action level of support. So that 60 level, and then we've got the 59.43 right below it, 58.44s, and then the 21 EMA coming in right at 57.79, right? So those are kind of the four levels that I'm looking at. If we start to go down again and we break this top end of this bull pennant, then I'm watching those four levels again. That's pretty much 60 level, mid 59s, right, mid 58s, and then the 57.79. So those are kind of the four levels that I'm watching to see how Nio Stock could do. On the upside though, if we do see a little turnaround here like we were anticipating today and the rest of this week, first level to push for is really that high of today, 64.60s. If we can knock that out, $67 next, and then it's all-time high, right? No one knows where it could go at that point. My goal for Nio was $80. Again, I'm hoping for that to happen sometime either this quarter or at least the first half of this year, and then see if we can maybe push towards 100 sometime this year. So that's what I see. Again, great news that came out yesterday with Nio potentially looking to expand. You know, that could be a game changer if we get more news on that and really take the stock to a whole nother level, because that opens up a whole new market for them to take over, for them to sell, and for them to grow in. Now that's what we have for Nio, so we'll keep an eye out for that to see if we see a little bit of a push up or if it starts fading again. Remember, earnings are a little bit away, so not too worried about that. Now let's get into Palantir, a little bit of a red day as well. Pretty much similar story to Nio. That's kind of why I wanted to make these videos together. Both stocks that we had great hopes for going into today, and both stocks that didn't really that did disappoint, let's put it that way. So let's take a look here with Palantir. We kind of closed here in the 38s, and I talked about, hey, you know, maybe I think we have 1 or 2 days of a run left, but that could come with a little bit of a pullback. Maybe we pull back a little and then we run, or maybe we trade flat today and then we run. What I did not expect was this much of a pullback. I don't think anyone did. So let's take a look, but even with the pullback, we're still looking not too bad there, right? So right out of the gate, again, we weren't looking too strong, but that really bad drop really killed us, right? Where we were first finding support, bounced, went right back down, and then this level acted as a resistance for the rest of the day, the 36.70s level. Dropped as low as $35, pushed up, rejected, VWAP rejected, level rejected, right? And then we just faded into the close. So what I did like about Palantir stock is how it was kind of holding that level for barely, you know, not too long there. Sell off right out of the gate, but push right back up. What I didn't like, obviously, rejected by the level, VWAP, level, and then kind of faded into the close. The gap between the VWAP and the price at the end of the day was pretty high. So let's take a look at the daily chart and we'll see what we see, right? If you guys have been with me for a while, you know what we were looking at with the bull pennants. Saw a breakout taking us to low 30s, continuation taking us to 45. And then we were curling around, and kind of here we talked about the curling that was happening. And then we pushed up for about 3 days. And now we're seeing a little bit of a pullback. So what do I see happening next? Well, again, I do still think we have a little bit of earnings run left for the next 2 days. Remember that Palantir is announcing earnings this upcoming Tuesday. We are off on Monday. So that means we got to do whatever we need to do tomorrow and Friday. So the fact that, you know, we got that left, and then the fact that we bounced really nicely off of that 8 EMA today really gives me hope that we do still have a little bit of a run. So what I'm watching is maybe we go down to the 8 EMA kind of at the beginning of the day. If that holds, then I think we push back up into this 36.72s. If we can break that, then I think we push at 38s, kind of like we did the past 2 days, but couldn't break, and then $40 level. Now 40 I think is a little bit ambitious considering we only have 2 days, but as you can see we are down to 47 today. So if we see a move like that over the next couple of days, that already takes us pretty close to that level, right? So on the downside, what I'm watching is this 8 EMA. We're in the 35.70s right now. That 8 EMA comes in at 34.88, so that's my first level of support, 34.88. This level right below that, 34.18. Then we've got 32.91, which is pretty close to our 32.37, 21 EMA, right? So 4 really close levels that I'm watching between the 34s and the 32s. Again, 8 EMA, 34.88, 34.20s, then this 32.80s, and then the 32.30s. Those are kind of the 4 levels. Again, I'm watching if we keep going down for whatever reason tomorrow. But if we have a little bit of run into earnings left, I think we break back into this 36 region and make a push towards that 38. If we can successfully knock that out, then we go towards 40. Again, that's just my opinion. You know, make your trading plan according to what you think is going to happen, not because of someone else. But again, still long-term bullish on Palantir, holding my leaps, waiting for this thing to just rip. But with normal pullbacks along the way. Again, depending on how the next 2 days trade, I do think we could see a pullback with a little bit of sell the news after earnings, as well as the lockup expiration happening. So be on the lookout for that if you are, you know, doing any short-term calls. Again, doesn't have to happen. It could still rip after earnings and head up, but just want to kind of point that out, right? Always make sure to know your risks as you're entering your trade. So that's all I had for you guys today on both Nio and Palantir. Hope you guys found this video helpful. Decided to make one to cover both stocks. Let me know what you think about that. Comment down below what your thoughts on either of those companies are. I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.